This is my second take on this because I kind of got off on the subject of dogs, and too much of my last. I want to do a response to Conference Report. He has a really good video about antinatalism and emotionalism, the emotionalism around antinatalism. And I think it was very well thought out, as a lot of his videos are. He brought up the point that personally, he doesn't see the advantage of bringing new living things onto the planet. And I agree with him completely. Now, I don't like defining myself as either an antinatalist or a pronatalist. I don't consider myself either one. I just consider that I have made decisions for myself after thinking about these things. And I have decided that it doesn't make sense to burden an already burdened planet with more children. So I guess that would just make me in favor of population control. I am not an antinatalist in any sense that would say that we need to eradicate all life. I don't think we do. That doesn't mean I don't see the suffering. I do see the suffering. And I do see that I have the power, a tiny amount of power, to do a little bit to help with that. And everybody does, not just me. We all do. We have the same amount of power. Now, antinatalists, there are no halfway measures for them. We must either eradicate all life or we're doing something immoral and dishonest. It's not enough to say that I personally see the situation and I see that we are on a dysfunctional planet and I see that there is a lot of suffering. And yet I see that within my sphere, tiny sphere of action, I can make a small difference. That's not good enough for them. They want only the eradication of all life. That is the only solution for them. There are no halfway measures. And, you have to think that there is something extremist about any philosophy that doesn't allow for halfway measures, or that says something like any attempt to control population is misguided. What we really need to do is just get rid of all life. I mean, I don't understand why people can be so easily led that they can't see the flaws in that argument and how emotional it is and how lacking in depth it is. And any person who wants to make an antinatalist argument through insults and abusiveness and inflexibility, and when he does that or she does that, that person gets applause. That just makes the whole atmosphere more toxic. I am convinced that the only way to stop this kind of gratuitous abusiveness is just to let the antinatalists talk among themselves. If you are an antinatalist, then you should talk with other antinatalists who will agree with you that all life needs to be eradicated. I mean, some people are advocating moderate antinatalism, and I think that's probably a step in the right direction. But most antinatalists will tell you that there are no half measures. Now, I am not going to allow voting on this, and I have learned that anytime you post a video with antinatalism in as the topic of it, and you don't just mouth the same memes that hardcore antinatalists mouth, you will be vote botted, you will be straw manned, you will be the subject of a lot of abusive comments. You'll be told you're a liar, you'll be told you're stupid. It happens to everybody who will not mouth what they say is truth. And I'm just not willing to do that because I don't think it is truth. So I will not allow voting on this. If you want to post your abusive comments and you are a hardcore antinatalist, feel free. If it's too abusive or if it's about somebody else who is one of your targets, your more recent targets, I will simply your comment video down and block you, because I don't have time for this nonsense. If you do, you know, maybe you need to get out in the world and sponsor a child through Save the Children, or a lot of people are deserting dogs because there are hard financial times. Go to a pound, or go to a rescue organization and find a dog to rescue. Do something else with your life besides just preaching the annihilation and the extinguishing of all life. You'll be happier. The atmosphere on YouTube will be healthier. And, you know, that's it. You guys take care of yourselves. Talk